research with Yale and testing companies for the last 15 years about this question and this topic, and Choate has embraced this idea. So I would say there's so much to this. Let me try to keep it simple and get you out of here. Our board chair uses the term, and therefore does our headmaster, and I heard Libby Peer use it herself just now, the best and the brightest. Naturally, the brightest, you know what that means. But I love the interpretation ability of the admission office to talk about what's the best. The best to me is an incredible personality and character in a dormitory that makes the school what it is. So we can search for that kind of kid in the admission process. If I was not given that kind of latitude, I don't think I'd do my job. It's a powerful thing. So with that said, I've said for a long time, I get phone calls say, oh, Ray, I'm recommending this kid to you. He's a great kid. And I say, well, what does a great kid mean? Because I've seen a lot of great kids, make bad choices and then not necessarily be the great kid that they were thought of. So we've tried to develop some of the language that someone should use to describe someone, and then ask and do follow-up to sort of try to pinpoint those things. And the things like responsibility, we call it in the psychology world, internal locus of control, someone who sees their future as changeable, they're responsible for their actions, they act that way. Self-confidence is another one, appropriate levels of self-confidence. No arrogance at Choate, but you've got to be pretty sure about who you are or who you want to be or how you're going to go about becoming that person. Very important. And I think the biggest one is sort of that intrinsic motivation. We present the opportunity, you respond to it, and we watch that response over a period of time. It's the beauty of meeting someone more than once in that process. So the task for you all is engagement, authentic. Libby used that word, I love the word, authentic engagement. Some of you have been connecting with coaches or teachers or your interviewer or representative of the school, and then through that process and journey, back to my opening comments, you can learn a lot about yourself. And you may think the world of Choate, but 6 months from now you may say, it's not for me, it's not the right school. I found this other thing that is me and that I bond and connect to, and that's where you should go. That should be your pathway. So what I'm saying is really hard, but you're going to learn a lot by starting to ask those questions of yourself. What do you want? Why do you want it? But I think it's about engagement from the beginning of the process to the end. And again, I talked about introvert, extrovert a little bit. Choate's a pretty engaging place. But there are different ways to engage. And I think one of the beauties of Choate is the way we celebrate the different types of engagement. The dorm I'm in happens to be one with the captain of the robotics team, and other might be self-described as a bit on the nerdy side. Choate loves those kids. It embraces those kids, and they are kind of living the dream as people with a lot of respect and appreciation in the community. So I think presenting your authentic self is the biggest challenge to any applicant, and it only comes with time and investment with your family, with yourselves, with schools and people. And the more you talk, the more you learn. And I think, again, Libby said 3 children go through the college process. All the investment you're putting in now is just helping you move down that road, whatever the outcome is, several months from now. So, I'll give this one tidbit on testing just because I sort of mentioned it, and it fits into what I just said. People ask, is there a cutoff? What should my scores be like? I would just say that I use sort of the spotlight metaphor. So if you get 99s across the board, it doesn't mean we kind of move on. It means we're going to look and see what you're all about still. But as you slide down the scale of testing, we're just shining the light very brightly on all the other things about who you are and how your capabilities will make you happy, balanced, and successful at Choate. We love some kids we don't take. And we think at the end of the day, sometimes we're protecting them from their own good. If we want people to work hard and have, building confidence includes some rewards. We're not instant gratification school, believe me. You've got to earn what you get, but we also want to see a payoff when you put in the time and effort. And for some kids, that's not instantaneous. It's not, a week later, a month later. It can be a lifelong, members of students kind of struggling right to the end of graduation. It doesn't mean we selected wrong per se, but maturity rates and growth are different for everybody. And again, some of the students sort of operating at the top of the cycle with doing all these amazing things at Choate. There are others who are just, seeds are being planted for them. And they're saying, wow, look at what's possible. Maybe that'll be me in my college years or 10 years out of college when the male brain finally matures. We actually get to do some things. Yeah.
I think in asking the question, you used a great word. Our process is very holistic and will never be the school that gets caught up on a test score. We want to get a really good sense for the applicant, the person, the character, that kind of thing. So I think that's very key. And I think the other thing is sort of growth mindset, just that that interest in discovering an awful lot about oneself, and being open to taking chances, trying new things. As parent of 3 kids, I saw them all come in sort of thinking they were on one path and emerging having engaged in all kinds of wonderful activities that has defined an awful lot about their lives post-Choate.